Wait,
Okay.
wait.
Okay. First of all, the topic that I've chosen is stress management. I've chosen it because it touched something in me because I've been stressed all my life. Like it took a lifetime. I don't know the meaning of قولون, but I had it recently because I was being overstressed. I have something like cortisol hormone in my body, which suppresses water inside my body because I'm overstressed all the time. That's why I saw that this topic is really good for me because it would help me somehow.
Mm-hmm.
To begin with, um, the lady who was talking said a confession. So I just want to confess as well.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't prepared this for this topic until today in the morning. However, I wasn't as stressed as I was in the first project because at that time I didn't have that much time that I had right now. Yes. And I believe that I had something in me that makes me have something like stress resilient. Like I can deal with that. I kept telling myself that Nisma, you can do it. You have done it before. This means you are going to do it today. Even though it's my first time to share my ideas with people, especially something out of out of the box or out of my studies.
Mm-hmm.
This is my confession. However, I kept trying to say that I would be capable of doing that or achieving my goal. Uh, I came out of my ordinary way, and but keeping that apart, I'm going to talk about that later. Well, to begin with, the lady was saying that stress is really harmful to your body, and it's correct. There were studies that says that people who are stressful or stressed,
Mm-hmm.
they impose themselves to death like rate. The death rate is increasing. However, people who are know that stress is harmful, and I'm sorry, people that don't put stress in their mind live healthier. And I have right now two points of view. Firstly, or the first point of view says that when you are stressed, your heart is pounding really fast, like me now, like me now. I'm having something called cold sweat. My hands are shaking. I'm really stressed, and I'm out of breath. I feel out of breath, and this is my physical response to stress. To stress, which is not good because being stressed all the time is makes your heart vessels constrict, like getting smaller, and it's not good for your heart or
Wow.
your blood vessels, not at all. However, on the other hand, when you feel or deal with stress as your friend, like it's helpful, like thinking that why isn't my like thinking that why isn't my what if my body is preparing for this challenge,
Mm.
I can do it. This will makes you more confident, less stressed, and this will makes your body relax even though your heart is beating so hard. And by this, you are overcoming the stress phase. Your physical response is changing, and this way you are healthier. And one thing, when you are stressed, your body releases a hormone which is called I'm sorry, I forgot it. Can I look up to my
Yeah, of
notes?
course.
Thank you. Oxytocin, which
Mm.
is similar to the adrenaline hormone,
Mm-hmm.
which is released when you are afraid or anxious. And this hormone has a nickname which is called cuddle hormone.
Yeah.
When you are having this hormone, you only want to be social. you want to socialize with your friends, your family. You want to cuddle them, to have a hug. You are craving to physical interaction, which is really good. It makes you having more empathy, and willing to support and help others.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we are depressed or devastated, we only feel like isolated. I want to isolate myself. Now I don't want to talk to anyone, or have any contact with anyone. However, it's the opposite. When you are stressed, go out with your friends, sleep well, eat well, exercise even more, go to see other friends or family. This will make you overcome all the obstacles you have, or the things that um, stand against you.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really good. This hormone is good for your health. It will make you redeem yourself from stress, which is underappreciated hormone. Another thing, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I prepared myself a lot, and I wrote a lot of notes.
Of
Sorry.
course, you can use your notes. We're not testing your memory now. Use the notes.
Okay, thank you. Well, it's a new whole appreciation of stress, like dealing with it as your friend. By this, when I'm talking about a larger scale, when you go out, you are going to have a lot of challenges in your life, and it will make you, I'm sorry, trust yourself on and your abilities even more. I have a motto which says, nothing ventured, nothing gained. This means people, and it's a human nature. We go away, and we don't want to encounter things that make us feel discomfort. But the things that makes you feel discomfort are the things that will make you enhance yourself, or being a lot better. And for me, I did that because personally I had this course. I was against this course because I didn't want to be evaluated. I didn't want to put myself in all this stress. Nevertheless, I did that because I know that I have to move on in my life and move on in my career. And another thing, I joined in another course, a course, Miss Asma's course, which I had 3 weeks. It was like hell. I'm sorry. I There was one day that I had to submit like 4 voice notes, and I have work, and I wanted to go to the gym. My personal life and the practical life, I forgot my personal life for 3 weeks. I was crushed. However, I improved myself. I am capable to talk in front of a lot of people, or maybe 5 people, so easily and smoothly. And I know that I wouldn't be able to do that if I didn't challenge myself, and try new aspects to discover a lot of things. And I'm getting emotional right now. And this means, to, in a nutshell, chasing things that makes meaning in your life is healthier than staying in your comfort zone and being away from things that makes you or makes you uncomfortable. And by this, I managed to be another person, a good another good person. And that's it.
MashaAllah. A huge round of applause. Very good, يا نسمة. والله ما شاء الله. يعني you added different um perspectives to the presentation. It's not just about ما شاء الله فعلا. It's not just about presenting what you have learned from the video. It's not just about reflection. I love I genuinely loved that you added the rationale, which is the reason why you selected this, your problem with the stress, and why you were somehow keen on reading and learning on that part because it's been maybe challenging to you as a person. It's Colin القولون, Colon, Colin. I
Yes.
have seen here in this presentation what I want to see from you as an advanced student. I'm super satisfied. Let me tell you why. Of course, applying the advanced grammar structure like the present perfect continuous, and the passive voice. The different grammar structure, why, when, however, nevertheless, because. And the best thing about using the complex structure here, it's very smooth. You're not forcing the connectors. They are so rational, they're so smooth to begin with. And using transition words to move from one idea to the other one. All in all, very confident and natural. I haven't seen your stress changing you, like even slightly. Very organized. The best thing, like the second thing I loved after giving the rationale, like why you have chosen this topic, is error correction. When you said that this will makes your body, you have repeated this 2 times, and you were able to, despite the fact that you're stressed, despite the fact that you're maybe anxious, your brain was still alert and prompt to spot the mistake and correct it on the spot, which is the reason why we're reading aloud, the reason why we're shadowing, the reason why we're speaking, and the reason why you have joined us. Now you're able to find your mistakes and correct your mistakes, and that's a lot of hard work that is but done by you. So if it wasn't done by you, I wouldn't be celebrating it tonight. So explained the details. I mean, what happens to the blood vessels and what happens to your heart and the oxytocin. That was really beautiful, and you explained it in a very good, neat language. I also love that you recycled the ideas and the words from the video, the very good vocabulary like craving and giving your word like sad or frustrated and devastated. That's a rephrasing skill
I'll
to
post you the 2 videos, by the way. So get
amazing.
them
Wallahi, to
started.
encounter as another maybe a verb for face or deal with, rephrasing skill, clear pronunciation features, no mispronounced words at all. By the end, you added a summary to recap what you have covered. You just excelled giving a presentation. You excelled at it. Thank you so much, Anisma. That is something to celebrate. You should be eating an ice cream tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Wallahi. Very good.
Thank you
Great
so
job.
much.
I'm so grateful for this hard work.
I'm going emotional right now. I'm
Yeah,
so
I can see you're blushed.
Thank you.
I loved it. Thank you so much, my friend. I'm so grateful for the hard work. حقيقي شكرا.
Thank you
Thank
a
you,
lot.
حبيبي.
Million. Thank you.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you too. Like,
Allah,
even more. Thank you.
Allah, I'm so happy.
Yeah, I'm over the moon and on cloud 9.
اتنين مع بعض. تخيل
Thank
بقى.
you so much. Exactly.
Thank you, نسمة
Thank
حبيبي.
you.
شكرا. Beautiful. Let's see another beautiful, excellent, the second prodigy, Miss Nisma Nagy.
Hello, dears. How are you today?
How are you? We are beautiful.
How is it going?
Alhamdulillah, going so well. We're celebrating the success of the last project and the excellent presentations. I've also seen some beautiful presentations from the intermediate class, and today I'm the happiest. I get a lot of good vibes watching your presentations. Huh?
You are the most galvanizing leader, by the way.
Thank you so much, Habibi.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
I feel somehow just like Nisma, but I told myself more than once that I will never be shy to make mistakes.
That is okay. Very okay.
And it's never too late.
That is true.
So I'm get into my topic.
Let's go.
Hello, dears. This is Nesma Nagy, and I'm gonna talk about somehow a topic that control our not only productivity but also efficiency. It's about time management. Why did I choose this topic mainly? At first, I should know that this is my big weakness point. As when I'm or during my session in our classroom, I miss a lot of time. And because I'm overwhelmed with dealing with the kids, I like to let them express their feelings, and I like hugs and kisses, so time flies. I will get into the main point. At first, the two videos are complement each other's. The two videos complement each other's. And now I'm gonna tell you the main ideas that have been presented in the two videos. Firstly, every minute I spend is my main choice, is my only choice. Secondly, it's not a matter of lacking a time. It's I don't want to do something. So the more accurate language is to say, I don't want to do this. It's not my priority. It's not one of my priorities. Instead of, or rather than say, I don't have time. This is secondly. Thirdly, the expert in the video concerned in how do we treat our priorities. In some, we can say that they are some fundamental steps. Like at first, can I look at my notes? Okay. First, we have to figure out what are our priorities, as we can note or write some priority buckets. Secondly, we have to put them into our schedule first. Thirdly, we have to make ourselves somehow a 3-category priority list, which includes our career, our relationships, our selves. Overall, the expert showed how she believed in wait a minute, sorry. How she believed in that we cannot make more time, but time will stretch itself to accommodate our objects that we put in this period or this fragment of time. I want to also say that these 2 videos make me see the light, because I told you before that it's my main or my biggest weakness point. And now I'm going to share with you what I have learned from the 2 videos. At first, I have learned that all of us have to know the importance of time management, as it's the key for our improving our productivity and our or to do everything efficiency. That's what I mean. Besides that, I know the 4 aspects of time management, which are PCOS. P is for plan, C is for control, O is for organize, S is for schedule. And it's not only mean how to work harder, it's how to work smarter by consider the quality, not the quantity. I have learned also a new strategy. I think it's the most important point in the 2 videos. It was, despite that all of us coming up at the end of the year and receive our somehow performance reviews or somehow annual appraisal, but the expert suggested to make it more effective by look forward and pretend it's the end of the year, and allow yourself to write your performance review now at this moment. Never wait. It's more. It will be more tidy to limit your expectations, not to limit, sorry, to increase your expectations or to make your expectations in their size. What should I do to achieve my goals? What should I do to raise my expectations for myself in fundamental tips? Another thing that I have learned from these videos, it's about small moments. Small moments can give us or can have great power, as you can use your bits of time or the fragment of your time for bits of joy, as your somehow your breaks in your work breaks, you can use it for memorizing Quran or for praying, or that's it. I exceed the time. Okay.
Keep going.
Okay. So even if you have busy life, you have time for what matters, and when you focus on what matters, you will build that you will build your own life. Last but not least, I would like to share with you my humble opinion. It's that we should search in our Prophet Muhammad's time management, as his daily schedule revolved around the 5 prayers daily. And the Holy Quran also insists in this idea. We can find it or sense it clearly in this ayah. فإذا بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب صدق الله العظيم. And that's my presentation. I'm so shy, but I'm so happy.
ما شاء الله ما شاء الله حقيقي ما شاء الله. Thank you so much يا نسمة. مش عارفة
Really?
ابتدي منين. بصي الفيدز عاملة ازاي.
Oh my God, I'm really flattered.
والله ما شاء الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Thank you.
I don't know where to start. Okay, let's start with the grammar. ما شاء الله يعني the complex structure I can see it. ايه الفكرة في complex structure؟ إنه there are a lot of studies, linguistic studies بتقول إنه non-native speakers ما بيستخدموش complex structure اللي هو مين not only but also however despite even if. فلما نبقى non-native speaker على دراية grammatically وعلى fluency level في ان هو يستخدم ال complex structure, so this is something to be noted. لان دي studies قالت ان احنا as non-native English non-native speakers we're living in non-speaking countries, English speaking countries, we have a lack of language exposure. For once we are ready to do it, so you have gone the extra mile. Not only but also how, because, which, let me cross the things that I'm saying, which despite, even if, these are the complex structure. I loved also using the passive voice. Different grammar structures were applied, so that was really good. Giving the rationale at the very beginning of your presentation, why you've chosen this, giving the reflection and the summary by the end, that's an excellent presentation. Very confident and natural, despite the fact you're saying you're quite shy, but I haven't spotted this. You're brilliant. Firstly, secondly, thirdly, these transitions to keep the presentation organized and rational at the same time. The lexical resources you recycled, you didn't only recycle the words of the video, but also you gave a space, you allowed the space for the vocabulary that you've learned before. So using the word accommodate, that is from the video. Performance review, annual appraisal, these are the British Council. The resources,
Yes.
yeah. So that's amazing, very good, because you're allowing the vocabulary that you have learned before to be applied somewhere, like a presentation, or to be applied in a speaking practice. That is brilliant. That's how you should think of each and every time you're given the chance to speak in English. You should be able to use whatever you learned before. So once your brain is that helpful, that means you were active. Your learning has been activated, which means whatever you've learned before, what we call schemata, or the background information, is now active, it's present. So that is beautiful. Besides, as transitions, also the priority bucket, 3 category, these are very good vocabulary to make me see the light from the daily practice. يعني حايط. Error correction, I've seen it. It was subject verb agreement, something that you said without the S and then you added the S. So the brain is alert and very prompt to the grammar mistakes. The intonation, clear pronunciation features. ما شاء الله والله ما شاء الله ما شاء الله. Only one mispronounced sound, overwhelmed. No, overwhelmed.
Okay. Sorry.
مس نسمة ناجي ما شاء الله، يعني والله مش عارفه اقول حاجه، والله مش لاقي حاجه اقولها بجد. انا مبسوطه قوي.
Happy
انا
episode
مبسوطه
by the way.
برافو ما شاء الله ما شاء الله بجد. Thank
It's
you يا
your
حبيبتي.
effort.
No, it's your hard work. والله, it's your hard
It's your
work.
effort.
All
Thank
the يعني credit should go to the very hardworking, dedicated students. We work with all students. Not all students allow us to celebrate this moment, to feel or to see the result of the hard work. You allow us. So it's you. So thank you so much. حقيقي شكرا. Very grateful.
All the time I'm trying to do what you say. It's your advice to do to take or to use our fragment of time in a very good way.
Thank
It's
you.
your advice if you
الحمد لله.
remember.
شكرا يا نسمة. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. حقيقي شكرا. I appreciate it, my friend. Allah, I'm so happy. I'm the happiest. بجد لازم أكل آيس كريم النهاردة. Thank you حبيبي. Thank you so much. Yeah, Miss Noha.
Hello,
Hello.
how are you?
How are you, Miss Noha? I miss you so much.
I miss you too. How
How
are
are
you
you,
doing?
Lily? All is great, Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.
Alhamdulillah.
Actually, I'd like to thank you so much for such an exciting and amazing speaking course.
Thank you.
I have got a lot of speaking courses before. The last one was in the British Council, but
Oh,
actually, it was the most useful speaking course I have ever got before.
thank you.
I'd like to thank you so much because actually my level was totally different at the end of the course. The whole daily practices and the weekly practices, the projects that you gave us, actually, it was really useful and it boosts and enhance my speaking level. So I'd like to thank you at the very beginning.
Thank you so much. I
And
appreciate it, my friend.
thank you. And actually, before starting, I have studied well and I have listened to the audio more than one time. But actually, I didn't study before the session today. So I'll try to say what I really remember from
That's
the
okay.
from the videos I have watched.
Mhm.
So actually, I'm gonna talk about the stress management.
Mhm.
Because it's a common problem nowadays in our daily life. Actually, the presenter was a health psychologist. She said that her main mission is to make people healthier and happier in their life. And all the time, she was talking to people that stress is an enemy, and we have to get rid of stress because it's the cause of all common problems and health problems that we face daily in our life. But after a while, after reading a lot of studies, she found that stress is not an enemy, and that we can use stress. We can use stress to be better, and to make and according to how we see the stress. If it's an enemy or a friend, it will be our body response. And the stress, it can be healthier thing by using our body's response towards stress in order to be better, you know. For example, if you face any embarrassing situation, we found our hearts pounding, maybe there is a high blood pressure, but if we see these reactions as reactions that will help us to have a better response towards the situation, we can use our heart pounding, for example, that, okay, there will be a lot of oxygen inside our body. There is a lot of flow of blood in our blood vessels. So I can respond in a good way, or in a better way, I mean. At that time, stress will not be an enemy. It will be a friend, and it will help me to have a better response in the situation I'm facing. So this is a way how we can get rid of viewing stress as an enemy. Moreover, she said that we can get rid of stress by interacting with a lot of good people, and we can help them in their problems, or we can seek help from them if we are facing a problem in our life. So this situation, when interacting with good people, it will help us to get rid of stress, and we will not get the bad effect of stress on our body. That's all what I really remember, and I tried as much as I can to simplify the video. So I'm so sorry that I'm not well prepared.
I am thankful. I like it to be spontaneous. I know preparation, of course, reinforces the constraints and the content of the presentation. It gives you opportunity to speak about so many different things. But I love when people do it that spontaneously, because it's the right time for you when you practice speaking. You haven't prepared the language, you only have the ideas on your mind. So when you are able to explain it this way without posing, without thinking much, you haven't been searching for the right word, because the words and the grammar structure and even the accurate grammar structures are prompt and alert on your mind. Inshallah, you've been like that. That's an excellent role model for what speaking should be like. So speaking is all about using the intonation fluently without, squeezing your mind and exerting too much effort to brainstorm and to speak, find the right word and so on. But after, and these are good compound sentences, grammar accuracy, I haven't spotted any grammar mistakes. Also, the pronunciation is very accurate. I haven't spotted any mispronounced words. It's also very precise that what I want to say. It's quite clear. Adding examples when you're explaining an idea, your mashallah advanced speaking skill made you maybe have an example or support an evidence, support your answer with an evidence. That is also something nice. I also loved how confident, natural you were using something like moreover as a transition or to move from one idea to the other one. This is really good, spontaneous, effective, and top notch. I love it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I love it. Thank you so much, my friends. Oh my God, I'm so happy. And I should be sharing this with Dr. Asma, inshallah. She should see that, our advanced students, she should be proud. So I'm really thankful for your hard work. And this is something that I want to say at the end of each and every session when I wrap up the course. The speaking skill and each and every skill does not really stop at the end of any course. You know this very well. And you've been given the tools that you can apply in order to maintain the autonomous learning. What I wanted to teach you in this course is how to rely on yourself, how to depend on yourself, how to have the tools that can make you sustain the learning process, because it's meant to be sustainable. It's meant to be everlasting. If it's stopped, if it's just attached to a period of time, that is not supposed to be learning. So the tools that you have been given, the reading aloud and the shadowing, are there to support you. But the tool that I totally recommend and I highly encourage you to keep doing is shadowing, because it suits your level right now. The best thing about shadowing, as you guys have practiced it, it's not just about copying someone who's speaking the language with the native command of language, but it's about seeing the language in use. You don't even need to study the grammar structures in details. You just need to see it applied. You need to see the vocabulary in context. That will make you learn faster and faster, and also getting exposed to the language in its natural context, not the educational context. Sometimes it's not the same. When you keep maybe reading and listening from educational resources, once you are somehow speaking to someone who's maybe not native, let's say Indian, and he's not using the proper language that you got used to, you feel like the English what I studied in class is not the English what I have maybe in normal conversations. So yeah, get out of the educational somehow restricted context and just get exposed to the language in its finest context. What you need from me is resources to keep shadowing, resources to get exposed to the language, and that's what I will be sharing inshallah with you after the session. But first I need to express my gratitude. I need to express how much I am so proud and I would say appreciative of your hard work, because you deserve it. And I can't put it in words, to be honest, but I am speechless, because what I've seen today is just, this is what we need to achieve. When I see my, my learning objectives come true, I'm about to cry. I am getting emotionally, and Isma Muhammad, you're not crying alone. So thank you so much, my friends. You will be dearly missed. والله توحشوني جدا. Thank you so much, and إن شاء الله يعني
والله مسس رو.
شكرا جدا بجد، والله توحشوني. أنا I will stop recording and I upload